My name is Dr.Tim Steflik, and I practice in Florida. We have 4 practices around Volusia County. We've got Edgewater, New Smyrna Beach, Ormond Beach, Palm Coast, and DeBary, growing and expanding practice. One of the problems that we've had in our practice has been having case managers performing the same in all of the offices. So making sure that they were doing things systematically and doing things the same, and that I could just trust and rely that closes should be happening, that were happening in the offices. And I wasn't sure of that for sure. I knew that they were doing a lot of things right, but there were some things that were missing that had fallen out. And so that we'd see different income swings. We'd have good months in some offices and then need to put some training back in because other offices would have a dip. And so trying to get that consistency and that regularity in all the offices was a problem. Yeah, the format of the seminar has been great because we were able to have some staff train and learn from home. And the video quality and sound quality was fantastic, so they were able to get a lot out of it at home. We were also able to send several staff members here, and I was able to come myself this time. And the quality and attention here was great as well. So really, either option was fantastic. I feel like we got more out of it by being a team here together, but also that home training was superb where, we actually had the one staff member who she did online training one day and saw the value of being here. So she drove over that same night, stayed in the hotel, and was here the next day so she could be in-person training because she saw the value of it. Yeah, so the value provided was fantastic. A lot of it was the soft skills. So once you have those soft skills of being able to just communicate with people, to build up trust, to build up a likeness for other people, and to just communicate with people properly, those are soft skills you can use in all walks of life and different parts of your life, not just in the office. And a lot of us forget those skills, or we have to train or learn them. Some people don't have them innately. And so getting my staff trained in all of those helps everybody in the office. But then there was also a lot of value provided in specific training with being able to go over specific scripts and dialogues and handles for patients and flows of how a patient should flow through the office. And so we got a lot of value out of that as well too. When you combine them together, then you're going to get the best results. So overall, a ton of value provided, and for our staff to see it, it's always good for them to see it from somebody else besides me, because I know how it should work, but it's always better when it comes from a different authority figure as well. One of the biggest things that was taking up the most of my time was training case managers, and was making sure that they were doing things the right way, making sure they were getting closes. That's just a huge revenue source for us. So the communication and closing seminar helped me immensely to free up more of my time by getting my case managers trained and renewing their training, finding any things that had fallen out, helping train a regional case manager who can now train case managers for me better. So she learned a lot of other skills that she can now apply to training other case managers, not just in patients, but some of those soft skills that are applicable in all areas of a practice. So that frees up more of my time. And so now I'm able to do a lot more. The communication closing seminars are great value because you can send as many staff as you want, and you're going to train them all together. It's going to build, team bonding, and it's going to free up more of your time. So it's easily worth it. If you break it down, the cost of person in attendance per seminar, it's extremely affordable, and the value that staff gets out of it is going to produce way more than what you spent on that staff coming to the seminar. And the cost of the seminar, cost should not be an issue, but just the time to come and do it as well. So blocking off that time, making sure that the staff comes. And I've got pages of notes of things that we're going to implement for myself and other staff as well too. This seminar is going to teach you and your staff how to communicate properly with patients. If you've ever worried about what your front desk was saying on the phone, if you've ever worried about how your staff was communicating with patients, or if you've ever worried about the upset or angry patient that only wants to talk to the doctor, that only wants to talk to the office manager, and then you get stuck doing extra work that you shouldn't have to do, that a staff member should be able to handle, then this is the type of seminar that you need to come to, that you need to send your staff to and get your staff trained so that way you're not doing more work with something that could be handled by some of your staff. It's also going to increase your income. You're going to help more people. You're going to help thousands more people potentially if you apply the things that are taught in the seminar to help patients have that awareness to do the care that you recommend, that we do as chiropractors. I'm going to just keep on going. So what I want to do in the future is I want to keep doing more of what we're doing, is have less of my time in the practice, more of it on future activities, future planning, future goals, future expansion plans. And so, the more staff that I can send here, that I can get trained, it's going to free, another few hours up every time I send staff here to get trained. So I want to keep sending staff to get trained because I see it just giving me more time, and I want more freedom of time.